Welcome to this edition of The Lead. I'm Ophelia Jacobson. Let's get started. Let's take a look at Decision 2020. We discuss what's trending with the election that's coming up in just 13 days. For those who plan to go to the polls, here's what you can expect on your ballot this election cycle. Voters across the nation will cast their ballots for the next President of the United States. In Alachua County, residents will decide between Kat Kamick and Adam Christensen for Congressional District 3. They will also have the chance to vote for a state representative and a county commissioner, depending on the district. On the ballot, judicial retentions, county referenda, and state amendments. Those state amendments include requiring citizenship to vote in Florida elections and raising Florida's minimum wage. This cycle, there are 63 polling places in Alachua County, including the Rights Union at the University of Florida. It's a designated early voting location. Early voting started Monday in several counties, including Alachua County. It will continue until October 31st. Now the Lead's Jolina Esperto takes us through in-person voting with social distancing guidelines.
Early voting is underway in Alachua County. Operations Director David Thomas says several safety precautions are in place.
The voters will come in and they will be socially distanced in their lines. When they go to check in, they will be behind a barrier, so they are there's a barrier between them and the poll workers. They'll check in. They will use single-use items, and those items will be sanitized before they are put back in rotation.
For those who may be undecided about whether to vote in person, the Alachua County Supervisor of Elections is showing voters what they can expect. Voters will take a stylus and pen from the cups marked unused, then discard in the cup marked used. This is also different. You enter your ballot. No one else handles it.
I feel like we are the most prepared we've ever been for this election.
The county updated its voting cleanliness procedures and is keeping social distancing in mind. For The Lead, I'm Jolina Esperto.
Gainesville's autonomous shuttles are back on the road again after being put on hold by the federal government following an accident in Ohio. The self-driving vehicles resumed testing late August. 2 vehicles hit the roads again at the end of September, traveling at 8.6 miles per hour down Southwest 2nd Avenue. The shuttle runs from Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m. If you want to hop on the shuttle for a ride, be sure to check out WUFT.org for the full story. With midterm season approaching, some students are struggling with their online classes. The Lead's Gabriela Villamonte tells us how PACE students may have a different perspective.
Around this time last year, students were able to go to UF campus libraries and spend hours studying for midterms. Now, library hours are reduced, capacity is limited, and classes are fully online.
University of Florida student Elizabeth McBride has a different perspective after spending a year and a half in the PACE program.
I feel like it's actually helped a lot because I know like a lot of people are freaking out because it's all online, but it's something I'm used to at this point.
With midterms around the corner, PACE helped her pivot to online learning.
I've learned already from like the year and a half that I was in it, like how to organize myself and like make sure I'm getting everything done.
Although she is comfortable and accustomed to online classes, she prefers in-person classes.
I guess with the classes online, it's also like the Zoom lectures is what gets me because like I'm thinking when I'm in PACE, if I have like it's like all online, so it's like I don't have to go to like Zoom classes. So I have like actually missed Zoom classes a couple times just because I'm like, oh, it's online. I don't have to do any of that, but it's not. So it's like kind of interesting for me to get used to with it being like in person but on Zoom. So that's kind of been a little bit of a challenge for me.
McBride is a junior. Her major is health sciences. She feels her classes are getting harder. Even though she is used to online learning, she says midterms are challenging.
I'm getting to the point where my classes are much harder and it's way easier to learn everything more on hands-on. So midterms have kind of been harder for me just since they're online because I take all sciences.
For her, it's a new time for education, but an experience she continues to embrace.
A couple weeks ago, UF President Ken Fox announced that the university plans to transition back to in-person classes for spring semester. For The Lead, I'm Gabriela Villamonte.
This episode, The Lead's Liz Byro and Ashley Weinstein have a social distance trick and treat for you.
Halloween is my favorite holiday, from dressing up as childhood idols to pumpkin patches and trick-or-treating, and who could forget Halloween movies.
However, Halloween looks a little different this year, and social gathering will not be as prominent in light of COVID-19, which creates a perfect season for movies to stream.
Let's talk Hulu. Zombieland, Children of the Corn, Paranormal Activity, Ghostbusters, Casper, and Oculus are some of the top picks this year.
As for Netflix, I'll be watching Little Evil, The Witches, Creep, Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, and The Ritual.
I think Disney Plus wins the Halloween streaming services with features such as Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, and Twitches.
Who could forget Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire?
Whatever you decide to stream, don't forget to enjoy all the movies available this season.
And we have one more spook for you.
This was done due to the magic of editing to keep social distancing in mind.
For The Lead, I'm Elizabeth Byron.
And I'm Ashley Weinstein.
That's it for this episode of The Lead. Remember, you can watch all of our episodes at WUFT.org or by following us on our social media platforms at WUFT News. I'm Ophelia Jacobson. Thanks for watching.